Welcome back to Double Down University. I'm back at you guys with the soccer prospects video for today, 12:30. So I have two plays for both games. So I have Fabianski over 21.5 passes attempted. I have Mbeumo over 0.5 shots on target. I have Wout Faes over 4.5 clearances and Salah over 0.5 goals. So let's get into it. So Fabianski, he's one of my favorite plays on the board. So with him, as I was doing the research, I dug into Brentford and how their pressing style of defense basically has an impact on opposing goalkeepers and how many passes does it force them into. So in the last 10 games, Brentford has forced the opposing goalkeeper to have 22 or more passes in 8 out of the last 10 games, as well as Fabianski. If we look at his game log here, so we want to look at his passing game log for this year, and we want to specify just the Premier League and not the Europa League or any other competition. So this year he has went over this line of 21.5 in every game except for the game against Leicester City and Man City this year. And Man City is to be expected because they are a super dominant possession team. So you barely have chances to really do anything with them as far as possession wise and control of the ball. So, and then dating back to last year, if you want to look at his attempts, so his attempts, he has hit this number in every game, but I think 5 or 6 games he's missed last year. So he's missed 7 times last year he's missed. So he's hit this line 30 times last year. And even more specifically to this matchup, so against Brentford, he has had 34 passes attempted in the first matchup against Brentford. And then in the second matchup, let's find them. Brentford. Here they are. In the second matchup, he's had 23, so he's went over by 2. So I really like him in this matchup, in this spot. With, as I basically described, they have a pressing style of attack on defense, and the way that they lose possession. And as we can see, the way that they're set up, they're going to kind of set up in kind of like a low block where they have like a back 3, and then they have like a midfield of 5 where they can kind of fill these half spaces and everything. So it can kind of force, them to kind of play it back to their goalkeeper with Fabianski. So they have a back 4 with West Ham. So if they pressure their back 4, then they will also most likely, like Dawson and Cure, will kind of pass the ball back to Fabianski just to kind of start the attack from a different perspective and give them just an extra, almost like a double pivot, like as I talked about in the World Cup, how they had like a double pivot with like Casemiro would be like in the Souček role or Declan Rice role to kind of help out, to kind of be able to facilitate the ball forward into the these attacking players right here. So I really like that as well. And then moving on to the next pick, Mr. Mbeumo. So Mbeumo, he has went over this line 11 times this year out of 16 games this year. So I really like him. And then even dating back head to head, last year he's hit this number twice. The first time he's played against them last year, if we want to, let me see if I can go back to the game log. So last year against them, he had 3 shots on target in the first matchup, and he had 1 shot on target in the second matchup against them. So as you guys can see, let's go to opponent. So opponent, and where are they? So yeah, so he had 3 shots on target. And then he's had 1. So I really like him in this matchup. West Ham. Here it is. Okay, it's 3 shots on target and then 1. So I really like his potential in this matchup as well. And he only needs 1 to go over this line. And then moving forward to the last matchup is the Leicester and Liverpool matchup. So I have Wout Faes, his clearances over 4.5. Out of the back 4, he's the one that gets the most clearances between him and Amarte. And if you want to look at his scouting report, let me go back. So his scouting report, he averages 4.38, and he's in the 79th percentile in clearances versus other center backs in the Premier League. So, but he has a limited game log, so he only played 10 games in the Prem this year. So he has a small sample size, but I think out of all of the players in their back line, as I stated, he has the best potential to get more clearances out of anybody. When I have him projected to get 6 clearances in this matchup, but even to take it a step further, against Liverpool against their last couple opponents, 2 of their center backs that they've gone against. So in the last matchup, the more clearance-minded player is Ezri Konsa. He's got 5 clearances in the last matchup. And then in the game before that against Southampton, I should say, Salah, who's more of a clearance-minded player, he had 5 as well in that matchup. So I just think that there's going to be plenty of opportunities because they have 2 good wingbacks in Trent Alexander-Arnold and Andrew Robertson to be able to bring a lot of crosses into the box. And then they also have a target man and Mr. Nunez. So Darwin Nunez, he's a big, tall, athletic guy that plays center forward for Liverpool, as well as Mo Salah as well. He's pretty good through the air, but they most likely like to play through his feet. But I like this Mo Salah to get a goal in this matchup because it kind of correlates with Faes. He should have plenty of opportunities in the box with crosses coming in and plenty of opportunities to score as well. If you kind of scared on to take his over a goal, you could take over his shots on target because I think that's there as well. Because if he scores a goal, I think he has to get at least 2 or 3 shots on target. Or he could just score off of just 1 shot on target, which will cash the over a goal. But the Mo Salah one is just a gut feel. The other 3 are really, really good, strong plays that I really like. So I appreciate you guys. And I'll go through it one more time. Fabianski over 21.5 passes attempted. Mbeumo over 0.5 shots on target. Wout Faes over 4.5 clearances. And Mo Salah over 0.5 goals. So I appreciate you guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys are going to be running today, whether it's NBA, whether it's college football, because I know we have a couple college football games tonight. College basketball has a big slate as well. Conference play is back. I'm going to kind of get back into my college basketball daily videos for you guys now that conference play is back and the games are going to be a whole lot tighter. But just let me know what you guys are going with today. I appreciate you guys.